What's up? What's up, everybody? Come on in. Come on in. Yes. Come on in, guys. We got a late night show to do tonight. Come on in. Come on in. Hey. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Pull up, y'all. Pull up. I see y'all in the chat. Hey. It's time to talk some shit with Tish. Talk some shit with Tish. Hey. I just made that up. Hey. Hey. Come on in, guys. Let's do this. Ooh. Y'all make sure when y'all come in here, y'all hit that like button, okay? Hit that like button. You know why? Because that is a good indication for YouTube to share this video out. Because we got some things to talk about. Can y'all hear me clearly? Drop some bells and palm trees in the chat. If you can hear me clearly, I need to know. Ooh. I see y'all looking and lurking. I see y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Hey. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Mm. Hey. Hey. Let's go. Yes. Hey. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Everybody, welcome and welcome to my live once again on this beautiful Thursday evening. Tonight I am going to be talking about adoption and my thoughts on adoption. And I'm also going to be playing for you guys a video. Well, not the video, I'm just going to play the audio. Because, first of all, let me just say this. Y'all know I like to be on the camera. And my intentions was to be on the camera with you all tonight. But I don't know what is going on with my laptop. It won't allow me to click on the option to show myself on the camera. So I just put my avatar up here. My plan was to show the video while I am on the camera and all of that and all of that. But it's just not going to work out like that for me tonight. So y'all just going to have to get this good old audio. Okay? Anyhow, let's start out with this topic with me first saying my thoughts on adoption and whatnot, right? So, in all honesty, I remember there was a time that I used to look at adoption like, kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't really understand it from the standpoint of a mother giving up her child. I did not really understand it. And I guess I didn't really respect it. But this was a long time ago when I had this thought process. Um, you all know that as we grow and, into adults and, we experience different things in life, and we meet new people, and we travel and we do different things or whatever. Your mind change and you develop new thoughts. So um, I didn't have like positive thoughts about adoption in terms of, like I said, the mother who was giving up the child. But as I've grown in life, and um, what am I trying to say? As I've grown in life, and I have opened my mind up to new and different things, I have learned to appreciate the whole adoption process and not look at the mother, the woman who is giving up her child, in a negative way. Um, Hold on one second, guys. I'm trying to find something here. I'm so mad that I'm not on this camera because I really wanted to be on the camera and, like I said, show you guys the video as opposed to just playing the audio. So yeah, I have grown in that area. I no longer look at a woman who gives a child in a way like, oh, how can you give up your child? How could you carry a child for 9 months and just give him away, and things like that? Because there's so many different uh, circumstances that lead up to a woman doing something like that. So many different circumstances. And um, I'm sure that cannot be an easy thing to do. I'm sure it can't be an easy thing to do. Where you have carried this child in your womb for 9 months, nurtured this child um, while you were carrying this child for those 9 months. I'm sure that it just cannot be an easy thing to have to be in a position where you got to make a decision to give your child up for an adoption. So the more that I grew in my mindset about people that go through this process, the more that I realized, and I came to the conclusion that if you are a woman in this position where you have to do something like that, give your child up for adoption. In my opinion, that makes you a strong woman. That makes you a strong woman to be able to do that, like, for real. Like, for you to be, that's like selfless. That's a selfless act. You are solely thinking about the better good for this child at that point, right? You're thinking about giving this child a better life, a better chance, a second chance. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Um, I'm gonna play this audio from this video. This video was actually uh, sent to me, and this story in this video really, really touched me because I feel like the way that this story went on this particular video, it started out good. It started out good because the young lady that is talking in this video, she had a selfless mom. She had a selfless mother who knew that she couldn't give her what she needed. She knew that she couldn't provide for her. She knew that she wanted her to have a better life. So it started out good. But as she told this story, as she proceeded with this story, it doesn't sound like it ended too well. Now, I don't know if this is the end of the story or um, I don't know if this is the end of this part of her story, if y'all get what I'm saying. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to play the audio for this video because like I said, guys, I wanted to be able to share the screen and all that, but for some reason my computer is not allowing me to do so. It's not allowing me to share the screen. It's not allowing me to come on the screen. I don't know what's happening, but the show must go on, right? So let's go ahead and listen to this video. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm doing a reaction, so I will be stopping and giving commentary in between this video. So y'all just sit back, relax, and bear with me. So let's go ahead and play this video. Oh, wait, hold on. Sound on. Oh, and I'm here today to reintroduce my page. I started this page a long time. I want to rewind it to the time ago, like 11 years, I think. It's your girl B Nicole, better known as Nicole. And I'm here today to reintroduce my page. I started this page a long time ago, like 11 years, I think. And it was just a bunch of whack videos, me and my daughter, because I was bored. But now I'm livening it up a little bit and bring some light to the two. I am in the Air Force, been here 17 years, and I will be soon transitioning out to the other side, better known as the civilian world. So I want to invite you all to follow my life, transitioning to the other side. When I do get out, I would love to become a loctician. Let me phrase it. I inspired to become a loctician. I've already started that journey, and I also want to do lashes. So that's, I guess you could just say, I want to do it all. I want to be an esthetician. So I am going to invite you all to follow that journey as well as just my everyday life. I will be doing reaction videos with my daughter. I will also be doing little small challenges with my son. I have a 5-year-old, 13-year-old, and 4-month-old, and I'm married. Well, Miss Nicole, I hope that since you said you're going to be doing reaction videos, you are okay with me reacting to this video. Okay? So, yeah, let's finish listening. I'll bring my husband in every now and again. Okay, so enough about that. There's more to come. So like and subscribe, and you will see all the things that we'll be doing in the future. All right, I'm a subscriber. I do only do right. So I'm reintroducing myself. So I'm not gonna make it too long, but I'm gonna try to be as detailed as I can. Okay. So as I said, my name is Brooke Nicole. I am 39 years old, and a long time ago, I was adopted. Okay, so my mother had me, and then she decided for whatever reason she didn't want to keep me, so I was adopted by two people that could not have children or thought they could.
because later on they had my little brother. But I'll tell you about that later. So I was adopted. I had a wonderful life. My parents were wonderful to me. My family was wonderful to me. And they passed and gone on home to heaven. One passed in 2019 and the other passed in 2020. So, like I said, I was adopted. I had a good life, but I always wanted to know who my biological family was. So for as long as I can remember, I would talk to them about it. They was open to it. And so when I was 16, I decided to look. But they told me basically our records were sealed from the 80s. So speeding it up to August 2019, that's my fun, y'all. Excuse me, let me come in here. I'm gonna check on real quick and then we'll come back into it. So August 2019, my homegirl called. She was like, "Hey, girl, what's up?"
So y'all hear when she said that, her mom gave her up for whatever reason, and she was adopted by two wonderful parents, and she had a good life. So that further supports what I was saying when I was saying earlier that it's a selfless act because sometimes some mothers are in situations where they really, really feel like their back is against the wall and they're not going to be able to give the child the life that they deserve or need. So, you know, they give them up for adoption, and you know, there's some parents out there that are in a position like this young lady's adopted parents were, where they can't have children. Well, she said they did have a son later on in life. Well, they thought they couldn't have children. Can you imagine a couple married, want to have children, and they find out they're not going to be able to conceive and have children? That's got to be a devastating situation. That's got to be some devastating news, right? But then they decide, let's choose another option. Let's adopt. They're able to adopt a child and call it their own. So let's finish listening.
Remember when you was talking in high school about me and your folks? I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And she was like, well, the governor has lifted the seal that they had on all the records from the 80s. So you need to check into it. I was so hyped. You can still say that. Okay, so I was excited. So I looked into it. Okay, let me give you a little background. I'm Air Force, like I said. So I was stationed in Germany at the time. My adopted father got sick in 2019, like placed on hospital. So had to fly home on emergency leave. And I got this info while I was on emergency leave. So I went and I paid the little fee or whatever. And they told me basically it was going to take a minute. They got to handpick through all the records from the 80s. They'll call me when it's ready. So I flew back to Germany, out process.
Hey, Latricia, how you doing? And another thing too, I wanted to point out about adopted children. Almost every story that I know of children who were adopted, they always, most of the time, want to find their biological parents or want to know their biological parents. They want to see their lineage. They want to, not their lineage, they want to see their, I guess, who they look like, their features. They want to compare their features. They want to see their blood related relatives, to see how, to see the resemblance and to see the mannerisms and see what type of people they come from. I think we all want that. So we as people who weren't adopted and was taken care of by our biological parents, we gotta count that as a blessing too. You know, there's so many people out here in this world who were adopted and they don't know their biological family, mother and father, siblings and aunties and uncles and cousins and nieces and nephews and just they don't know. So it's a blessing on our side too, that us people who were not adopted and we were kept by our biological parents. It's a blessing, to be able to say that you know your family and you know where you come from, right? So this one is listening.
Says, came back home to be with my mom. My dad passed 10 days after I got back. So he passed
Hey,
on September
Martina.
30th. On October the 29th, I got their phone call. That's my dad's birthday too. And they was like, "Ma'am, we found your records. They're ready to be picked up." I was so excited. So I
He was
rushed up
excited.
there, got my records, tore it open, and what did I find? My birth certificate, the original birth certificate. And it had all my info that I always wanted to know. So my mother, check this out, because I know y'all heard. Her name is Phyllis Blatt, better known as Philly Phil. She has a page on YouTube, Eat with Philly Phil. And so she does recipes or whatever, or cooking, all that type of stuff.
So I know some of you guys listening recognize that name, who her mom is, and yeah, that's it.
So, and let me put this disclaimer out right now. This video ain't for no clout or nothing like that. I had paid way before she did. I just wasn't super active on it. But after I finish telling y'all a story, y'all will see why I'm telling this story. But to make a long story short, I'm sick of seeing her out here living how she living and doing what she doing when it comes to me. So
And you know what, girl, you don't have to explain yourself. When I first saw this video, I never thought that it was for clout or anything like that. I simply thought that you were a YouTuber telling your story. This is your story and you can tell it. A lot of people on YouTube and all these other social media platforms that does story time. They tell their story. So go ahead and tell your story.
I'ma tell the real deal because I said in my bio, I'ma keep it real all the way. Okay, so found out who she was. I reached out after I went on Google. Yeah, everybody did. Okay. Went on Google, found her, called her job, and she answered the phone. But I didn't know. And so I was like, so and so, whatever. Moved out here, trying to find my birth mother. Certificate said that. And so she was like, "Oh no, that's not me." And she got the phone. Okay. So I was like, I was a little butt hurt, but I was like, okay, cool. So the next morning, y'all, I get a message, a text, and I was like, "Hey, this is Phyllis. Yesterday you said you was adopted. I just want to know what your name was on the birth certificate." So I screenshot it because I got no reason to lie, and I sent it to her. And I got the receipt, and she was like, "Yes, your name Mother Phyllis," and she was all like, "She been praying for years that I would find." Da, 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 whatever. So we both acted excited. I was really excited. So we hung out for a little while. We decided to do some meet on Halloween that year. So we met at our favorite restaurant, this place.
Can y'all imagine what that must feel like as an adopted child to get in touch with your biological mom at the age of 39 and you've been wanting to find this person that gave birth to you all of your life, and then you finally find her, and you guys link up and share a wonderful time together. Can you imagine what that must feel like? Oh, I bet that was just, ooh. She said it was exciting. I'm sure she was more than excited. I'm sure she was elated. She was like, I just, oh my God. I know it was just the best feeling in the world.
And we took pictures, we was excited, I thought. So she told people about me. She told her sisters that came over a few days later, and I met her sisters, and then I met my sister Ashley, my brother Rico. She talk about them on her page all the time. She don't talk about me.
Mm.
We did some videos. Me and my kids went over to her house.
She do because I hear about Rico. I've been hearing about Rico since I've known her to have a YouTube channel. You are absolutely right. And Ashley, I don't hear her talk about Ashley too much, but that's just me. I don't. I mean, I've heard her talk about her, but not as much as I've heard her speak about Rico.
Did some videos on her page on YouTube. She posted it, and I guess somebody must have been in her comment section and was just like, "Well, so you've been living a lie. Where is 38-year-old daughter come from?" I was 37 at the time. And so I guess she got shamed, y'all. So she deleted all the videos, started acting a little funny with it. And so I'm reaching out, I'm trying to hang out, establish a relationship. This lady like hard. She don't want me to get close to my other family because she wants to take it slow. Now I've been looking for your hotel for 30 some years, and now you want to go super duper 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 slow, y'all.
Right?
She like, what you want to take your Chuck E. Cheese? Oh, well, I mean, what you want to do all day? And I'm like,
No, she didn't. Wait a minute. Do y'all hear the shade? This woman asked her biological daughter, "Do you want me to take you to Chuck E. Cheese?" Her grown 37-year-old biological daughter at the time. "Do you want me to take you to Chuck E. Cheese?" Now, y'all tell me if that wasn't a shady ass comment. Mm-mm. No. Chuck E. Cheese? What was she trying to say? I thought that was messed up, but it gets better.
like, what? Because I asked her about hanging out on Saturday, spending time together, to get to know each other. That's what people do, whether it's man, woman, kid, whatever. I'm grown. You gotta go through nobody. We can just hang out, spend time. I'll put them my other kids, so I ain't gonna start with you.
Wait,
Oh, get yourself together.
what? When I heard that part, I was like, wait, what? Okay, I could see a mother saying something like that to one of her children, and she raised all of the children, and she make a statement like that or whatever. But a child that you selflessly gave up, because I really believe it was a selfless act, a child that, hmm, or was it a selfless act? I don't know. In this situation. But a child that you haven't seen since forever. You didn't raise this child. You gonna tell this child, "I don't do all this and that with my other kids, so I ain't about to start with you." What? Well, this child is reaching out to you. This child is wanting a relationship with you. This child. I'm just really trying to get into the brain of a person who responds this way to their child that they gave up for an adoption. I'm really trying to get into that person's mind. And I'm going to be honest with you all. I cannot um, come up with any valid reason why a mother would behave that way when her long lost adopted child finds her. Any story that I have heard or seen that's similar to this one, the biological mother or parents were all so receptive and um, they were welcomed this child in with open arms and they were just as elated and excited as the child was to get to know the child and so this really baffles me. But anyway, let's keep listening.
You know, I'm looking at myself basically because she made me. But I know me, so I brought it in. I tried a few more times. She kept rejecting me. She was super busy because she was starting her YouTube channel about that time. And so I remember she was like, that last time I called her, and I could see where she had went to visit Ashley, my sister. She lived in Florida area. She went to visit her. We talked a few times. Then when she got back, she was acting real funny, like she was too busy. I would reach out, FaceTime. She wouldn't answer me. She'd text back. You know how people do? They screen call, then they hit you back. What's up? Don't do me like that. Don't do that. So she did that one too many times, and so I got upset. I got my feelings. I was just like, it's clear you ain't really trying to fool with me, so I'm gonna just let you be the kid that you know and love. And I blocked her, y'all. I was in my feelings. Imagine 30 some years looking for your parents, trying to know, instead of your identity, like these people that you look like, where you came from,
Yes, that's what I
and
just
you
said.
find them and you start feeling rejected.
That's what I said. Like when you when you're an adopted child, I can only imagine that one of the reasons why you want to find your biological parent is because you want to see who you look like, where you come from, like, and I just think it's really weird. It's really freaking weird. I don't understand it.
Because they want to go slow like a tortoise. Don't tortoise go slow? You stupid. They're not. Okay. Anywho, she tried it. Anywho, so I was in my feelings. So I kept a block for a few days, and then I decided to unblock it and reach out because I had blocked my aunts also because I was so hurt, But I was like, that ain't nothing to me. My auntie, let me tell you, those two ladies have been amazing ever since she introduced us. They have called me almost every day. They've been there for birthdays. I lost my mama like 11 months after my dad, and they have called. They came over. They met my mother. I deployed in that time. They sent me packages the entire time. They be there for my babies, like everything. Don't nobody understand why I feel the fear. Don't want to deal with me, okay? And I'm
Baby, nobody, you are so right. Nobody understands why your biological mom does not want to deal with you. This is really weird. This is really weird to me. Mm.
gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna tell it. I don't care if she do get mad. I don't care if y'all tag me. Send her the video. Don't come for me, Philippi. Y'all, I went on her page. She was live. Cause I sit up. I had to unsubscribe because I kept getting angry every time I see her living this fake life that she living, right? She be on page, she be on her YouTube all day, every day, cooking and everything, and she just be just kicking, smiling, like she just loving person. So I was on there one day, I was like, hey, she was live, so she read good comment. I was like, hey, I'm excited to see you. What I said, you look good. I was like, thank y'all for supporting my mama. And I was like, I hope your grandbaby due soon because I was about to have my son who's 4 months. Yeah, I know this lady sat up in there and read the coming out loud there. I guess she realized who it was. And do you know she gonna say, this one of my fans? Then
Mm.
she slowly started getting angry. I guess she got the cussing, these haters, and then she goes on to say, "Excuse my language, but I'm saved. I love God. He been good to me." But she goes on to say, "That's why I'm fuck with you now."
What?
I said, "This is, I just didn't know what to do."
Are you serious? Do y'all hear this? She said she went into her mom's live chat and basically, shouted her out, was all excited to see her there, talking to her supporters and, thanking them and everything. And then she turns around and says, "That's why I don't F with you now." What the heck is going on here? Hmm, I don't know, y'all. Something is missing out this story. Either something is missing out this story, or her mom is just a mean, evil person. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. Hmm.
You know, I'm past. I'm still kind of hurt, but I get more irritated because she sat up there and was like, "I'm delirious. Ain't nobody living a life but you, ma'am." Okay. I got all the receipts. I got pictures that we took together. I got all of it. But what you're not gonna do is keep sitting up here denying me, like, you live a secret out of your life, and now I'm walking around in the flesh. We live 5 minutes away from each other.
5 minutes away.
My kids is here. Everybody has accepted me. Thanksgiving.
She said they live 5 minutes away. The story gets worse and worse and worse. 5 minutes away. Hmm, I don't know, y'all. I have never, ever in my life heard anything like this before. Hmm.
We go and we have a little Thanksgiving. The family invited me. We just so happened to leave right before she came. And do y'all know she was live on her page and people told me about it and I went and looked, she cussing, talking about these helpers trying to set me up. Why do people got to set you up with your child? Like you right here talking about you got 2 kids. Everybody that's excited to see your firstborn. And you right here talking about you got 2 kids and then you cussing everybody out because they want to deal with me and you don't. So it just blows my mind. Are there any other adopted people out there that have met your biological families? Like, I went on to meet my dad's side of the family, and
Mm,
they are amazing also.
nice.
I've been knowing some of them all my life, but they know which family, and we have just
Wow.
all got so close. Everybody said my mother. Do y'all know what that feel like? Talk to me. Like and subscribe and talk to me in the comment section. 'Cause I need to know. I got something to talk about. I'm not trying to do no podcast, but I want to know. I want to connect with other people that have been adopted and dealt with this. 'Cause it's pretty traumatizing. I want to know y'all's story. Like, how was it for you? Do you say look for your biological parent or leave it alone if you grow up without? So anyway, I guess I'm gonna leave it right there. I got plenty more, but just follow my life. I don't want this page to be negative, so I just want to give y'all my background. Like I'm in Arkansas, but I'm getting ready to PCS and move on to a new duty station. I can't put all that out there right now. That um, you know, security reasons. But I hope y'all stay with me, follow me. My life is pretty awesome and pretty fun. So
Yeah.
until next time. Ow.
All right now. So y'all make sure y'all go check her out and subscribe to her channel. Her channel is B Nicole, and it's spelled B space Nychole. Let me read some of these comments in this comment section. This story was like really heartbreaking and sad, but she seemed to be in pretty good spirits and like she's gotten over the fact that her mom has um, rejected her, or maybe she appears that way anyway. I don't know if she's completely over it, or maybe she's, decided that it is what it is, and she's not going to, try to revisit that situation anymore. And that's her right. Um, her mom is the person that's going to have to live with the fact that she rejected her in her adult life. You did something good as a mother when you gave her up, knowing that you couldn't do the necessary things for her when she was born. I think that was a beautiful thing. But once your child became an adult and she sought you out and wanted to build this relationship with you, she wanted to bond with you, she wanted to get to know you, and you reject her, who does that? Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand this type of situation. I don't. I know a young lady, we're Facebook friends, and she was adopted. I didn't know that she was adopted when I first met her, but I saw a live video that she did maybe about 2 months ago. And in the live video, she was basically giving her story on how she was adopted, and before her biological parents passed away, she told them that she always wanted to find the same story almost. And she started doing the research on finding her adopted mom and dad or whatever. And she did find like some cousins and uncles and stuff like that. That was the last video that I had seen of her. But she was so excited. She was so happy to find some people that shared her blood, to find people that had the same DNA, the same blood running through her veins. She was super, super excited. In fact, just um, talking about this story, I'm going to go and see if she posted anything else about that situation. I'm wondering now, did she actually find her mom? You know? Let me read some of the comments. How's everybody doing in the chat? Hey, Nanya, I see you in the chat. Sure, B. Nanya says, the mother told all of us she was dead. Then the mother put up a few videos saying her daughter is a stalker. You know what? Stalk me, okay? My child that I gave up for adoption and she found me after all these years, 39 years, 37 years, whatever if she was at the time in her 30s. You can stalk me, baby. What? Mm. There's so many things I want to say, but I'm not going to say it because this is a person that I don't know her in real life, but I do know of her through YouTube, and I'm going to keep my opinions on what I think about her as a person and a mother. I'm going to keep those opinions to myself. And not only for that reason, the other reason is I don't know the whole story, like her side of the story. Right now, I'm just basing my opinion on the things that this daughter is saying in her video. So I'm going to choose my commentary wisely. And I'm going to give my commentary based on how I would handle things if I was in that situation, or how I think most mothers would handle a, a situation like this. And that is, if it were me and my child that I had to make a decision to give up, found me after 30 something years, I would be embracing her and welcoming her with open arms. Because as a mother who was in a position to have to do something like this, you are not entitled. You are not entitled for that child to even want to know you or have a relationship with you. You're not relevant. You're irrelevant. I'm not going to say that you don't deserve it, but in a situation like this, maybe a mother that rejects her child after she comes looking for her in over 30 years, maybe she doesn't deserve it. Maybe a mother like this doesn't deserve it. And when I say doesn't deserve it, it is a relationship, uh, a bond, just the reach out, the looking for you part. Like maybe a mother in this situation don't deserve to even be looked for. She doesn't even deserve to be looked for. I, this this has got to be a hurtful thing. Hey, real estate, I see you in the chat. Hey, it's the SL Chico. He says, as a man, I can't imagine doing my children like that. I mean, it's like looking in the mirror, praying God moves and reconcile. If I'm reading a little slow right now because I don't have my glasses, and it's kind of hard for me to read these words because they're too small. They're so small. So y'all bear with me. I'm trying to read this to the best of my ability. Hey, it's Herbie. He said, "Let me shut up." Yeah, and looking at this young lady in the video, she looks just like her mom. She has her nose, her shaped face. Like, I I just know that for me, if I was in this situation, my child found and I looked at my child and I could see me. Ain't no way, ain't no way, way. I took that. How? I, I don't understand it. I would have to hear this mother's point of view, her side, to get some sort of understanding. Uh, I would have to hear her point of view to get some sort of understanding. Boy, stop capping. Hmm. I don't know. But, you know, brown babies, black babies, they're the least adopted. They're the least adopted. And you know, there was one time, this is another thing that I used to think about adoption. I used to have a problem with, excuse me, people outside of the black race adopting black children. I just couldn't understand that at one time in life either, you know, because I just felt like, what does a black child have in common white, with white parents or Indian parents or Asian parents or whatever other race parents adopt black children? I just was like, what? Like, what can they teach them? How can they, relate to them? How can they do their hair? Like, and those are still questions that I have for situations like that. But when I did my own research on adoption, like this was like more than 6 months ago. I was just like doing some research on adoption. I can't remember why, but when I did my research on it, and I learned that black children in America are the least adopted, and also Caucasian parents are the ones that's doing the most adopting. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. It's not enough black people adopting children. Why? Oh, because we can have our own children, right? You said drop the link. Hold on, let me see how I do this. Hold on a second. How do hold on, bear with me. Let's see. But why aren't we as people doing more adopting? What is this about? Yeah, I know how about this. But here's the link is in the chat. So the link in the chat. If someone wants to come up and speak on it. So we just hear in the chat. Weird to me. Weird. Like, what type of person are you? What type of person are you? Hey, real estate.
Hey Tish, how are you?
Mm. Girl, I'm good. How are you?
Very well. I want to say, first of all, congratulations on all of your accomplishments. I
Thank
saw you in
you.
your classroom. I see you're doing your thing. You're going from New York to North Carolina. I'm so proud of you. You're
Thank
living your
you.
dreams.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, just making sure. Thank you. I
And I
appreciate
want,
that so much.
and I know you're going to have your school very soon. So
Yes,
everything that
ma'am.
needs to be done for your school, I know you're gonna do it, and you're gonna do very well.
I appreciate that word of encouragement and positivity. I really do.
Of course.
So what do you
I
say on
do.
this
I want to.
adoption subject? Try don't use any names.
Yes, yes, I understand.
Hmm.
Um, I just felt so touched by it.
Hmm.
I as a as a parent,
Yeah.
um, as somebody like like so she. All right, so I can't even know. I don't know where to start. Okay, so sh the fact that she's not okay. The child is not there. Okay,
Hmm.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to use my words properly because
Go
I don't
ahead.
want
Take
to
your time. Take your
offend
time. Get your thoughts together, and you know, so you can deliver your message or make
her. Yeah,
your comment. Take your time. Hey, Mad
I
Dog.
had I had a pregnancy that didn't go all the way through,
Hmm.
and if I had a chance to meet my child, and she was alive and well, I would just be so happy to see her. I'd be like, oh my God, you're so, you're here.
You
You're
look
a
like
part of
me.
me.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah,
she looks, and her children, they all look just like her.
yeah.
And I just, I just, I don't understand. Like, all right, let's like say it's not. Let's like say hypothetically,
Hmm.
how can you? Is it? Can I can get past the embarrassment of the adoption, or can you? But can we? We can't say that though. We can't say we can get it past the embarrassment of the
You know what?
adoption
As the mom,
as the mom.
yeah. That I
So you,
mean, I think eventually, as the mom in a situation like that, you will definitely get past the embarrassment because
but
once you
could you?
develop
Could
that,
you? Could you? How?
because but I think you could once you develop that relationship with your child. If that doesn't happen, then I don't know that you can get past it too quick or at all.
I feel like you could. I feel like I'd be like, I don't care about embarrassment. I think the embarrassment is part of like the ego. And like, like you know, like, okay, I made a bad decision or whatever. Or I made a good decision, but look how awesome she turned out. She turned out freaking awesome. Like
Yeah,
she's a great person, a great mom, but she's so hurt. She's so
yeah.
broken,
Mhm,
and I would just want to just like keep my arms around her,
mhm,
and just love her and just make sure she's okay and
mhm.
everything. And but I think she's more concerned about, well, not, well, hypothetically, that. in that situation, maybe they're concerned about their parents. But if you let all that go and just be like and just love her, like, but do you not have that love in your heart?
Yeah, that's the question. I
Like
mean,
we're
you can't have that love in your heart if allegedly you're making videos saying that she's dead.
dead,
You
dead.
know?
All right, so let's okay, so let's play devil's advocate. Maybe there was another child that died. Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe she's not even talking about her. Maybe there was another child that did die. So like we could spin a narrative. Maybe a child died. Maybe a child got adopted. Maybe then you went on with your life and then you had other children.
I didn't see
So
the video,
that
so
could be
that's
a
why
thing.
I didn't see the video, so that's why I'm saying allegedly. You know,
Allegedly, right? Right. I didn't see that either. Like, but I would hope to God that you're not going to say that a child died that's still alive in the well and serving our country. Like, no, I would
hmm
hope that I would hope that there was another child that actually not hope. I'm sorry, I don't hope the child passed away, but I'm saying like I would
I know
hope
what you
that
mean.
you know what I'm
That,
saying?
that that's that, that's what you're talking about. You're not talking about this. Like it
Yeah,
can't be
two
so.
children.
Hmm
There's one child that passed away, and there's another child that actually was adopted.
Yeah,
I hope you're not talking about that child was passed away.
yeah.
Please.
hmm
But then you want to fast forward to like if someone came to you and like why aren't you embracing this child?
I
Like
don't
children,
understand.
like these kids need us. I don't care what age they are. They need us. Like they if they don't have their dad, they need their mom. I don't.
Hmm
They need their moms. Period. Like you can't just like. I'm sorry. I had to get up here because I'm like I was so hurt. I had a child like the past. If my child was alive, I would be so happy. I'd be
Yeah,
like, you're here.
yeah,
Like
yes.
you
Because
know
like
the
I
stories
said,
that like. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say sorry for cutting you off, but let me just say this really
No.
quick. Hold on 1 second. But like I was saying earlier, to be able to make a decision like that, that has to be a selfless act. You know what
Or
I'm
it could be yeah, right, right, selfless. Like I mean, like I feel like it must have been something going on.
saying?
And I think all she wants to know is what happened. Why? She wants to know the why. Like sometimes you like get in a situation where you want to like find out why that happened. You just want to if you can understand a why, maybe you can get past it.
You talking about the child?
Yeah, like you want to know why, like what happened, like was it what happened? Were you just because then I could see you didn't have like more kids after that. But then you have more kids after that. You supposed to like go find that child and bring that child into the fold.
Hmm
But that's our thinking. So like that's not.
Yeah,
What is your? I think you want to know the thought process.
I think that in this situation, at this point, well, at some point, she just wanted to have a relationship with her and bond with her, you know? And
Yeah.
and I guess now at this point, it's a why did I get rejected,
Yes.
you know?
Why not me? Why the other kids but not me?
Yeah,
Why not me?
yeah, that's heartbreaking.
That breaks my heart. That's
Hmm
that's that's the part that I want to know. I mean, and now that this brought to our attention,
hmm
we want to know. I mean, you're on a platform and you have several platforms, so we
hmm
just want to know. I think if she broke the silence and actually said why that happened instead of doing all them other little skittish whatever kind of videos, let's I want say say it like you mean it, like tell your story, like tell your story,
Tell your
tell your
story,
story.
right? Exactly, exactly. because now it's at the point where you're letting everyone else tell your story
Right.
because
And you're looking very cold.
right,
You're looking
because
very
I
cold.
mean the way that this story was painted when it first came out, you weren't painted in a good light, and
Right.
then
And then,
the child comes out and solidifies and confirms the first
mm,
story, the first
mm.
time that the story came out. So now, what? Like, I, mm,
Tish, I want to do you all right, let me ask you a question. Like, I know nobody wants to touch this, but like is there like would you do a panel on this?
what? Just adoption, or on this
But
person
like you
specifically?
like I would think maybe do a like a regular adoption panel. Like,
Yeah,
maybe different people that they had like situations where they found out that they have, they found their adopted parents, yada 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 yada, like that kind of thing.
definitely. I would definitely do it,
And
and I would actually reach out to the young lady that I spoke about.
exactly. See, she
Who,
wants to come up.
yeah, I would reach out to her and see. In fact, she lives in the area that I'm in right now in Charlotte. She lives not too far from here, so I would actually
Wow.
reach out to her and see if we could like link up in person or something, and her come on and on the show, and you know what I'm saying.
I
So
just don't want her to go on to one of those panels that are like not for her.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I see people reaching out to her that I don't think that she should go on those panels.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't want her to be like, I can't think of the word because I'm sorry, I'm a little, but I don't want her to. I want her to go somewhere where she's celebrated and not being used for content.
right. Definitely, 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 definitely. Hey, here for the tea. I see you in the chat.
I love Hair for the Tea so much.
I love
But
her
yeah,
too.
that's all I wanted to say. I don't know. I just wanted to like I wanted to like put my little. I can't. I'm trying. I can't. I wish my baby was alive. Like I wish she was. I wish she can be like working. Be in the military and have her own family and all this
Yeah,
stuff. And I
yeah,
get to see her.
hmm,
I wish I could see her.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's
thank you
very,
so much for
very.
having me. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say this is a very disheartening situation coming from the mom's side. So
Right. So I'm sorry. I mean, my it's heart wrenching, and I wish you're so close to her. I wish you guys can actually like be like around each other, like you can give her a hug and stuff, and it's like, but she's
who
strong. Don't think don't act like she ain't strong. I know she military, so I'm Air Force and everything, so I know she good.
who you talking about? I'm close to who?
You said you close to the daughter.
No, no, not her. I was talking about the young lady. I don't know if you were paying attention
Oh,
earlier.
sorry. Sorry.
I was saying that I know of a young lady who was adopted and she was looking for her biological mom and dad or whatever.
Did she
And
find them?
the last I heard, she found her family, like her cousins and some of her uncles and her aunts. But she was so excited about just connecting with people who shared the same DNA as her, you
Right.
know. And that was about 2 months ago. She had did a live video talking about it. So this young lady is who I'm talking about, who live in this area.
Did
Not
they did they did they welcome her?
absolutely. Yeah, they
Mm.
did. So I don't know if she actually found her mom yet though, because this was like 2 months ago when I seen her. She did a live video doing like a story time on it. And this is somebody that I knew for a while, a few years. We don't have like a real personal relationship, but I met her a few years ago, and I didn't know she was adopted until I seen her on a live video talking about it. And I was like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
it was shocking to hear her talk about that, and like it was just shocking to know that she is an adopted child. Yeah. But the young lady who her name is B Nicole, the young lady who I just did the reaction to,
Yeah.
she lives in Arkansas.
Where's that?
5 minutes. She lived 5 minutes away from her biological mother.
Lord Jesus.
You tell me that ain't. You tell me that ain't crazy.
It's hurtful. Like that's a lot, Tish.
Hmm. Yep.
And I mean, I can't really relate. My mom had cancer twice. She beat cancer twice. She had a stroke and everything, and she no, she's a survivor. She's fine. She still suffers from some things or whatever, but like every day, I'm just so happy to have her in my life. Like she was not only like pivotal in my life, but she was pivotal in the lives of the people in our community, the children in our community. Like she would take kids, out of the neighborhood and get them to different neighborhoods and take them to we from Philly, so take them to Atlantic City and just different, go to New York, go to Canal Street, just different little things that whatever she can do. She gave them free lunches and everything. Like my mom was like, was such a great person. And
Mm, I know you
I,
miss her.
no, she's alive.
Oh, okay. Okay. You kept saying she was a great person.
No, she is. I said was. She is a great person. No. I said she
Okay.
she like she like she contributed in the neighborhoods and everything. Like she contributed in our neighborhoods and everything like that. So she's always been like an inspiration to everyone. Everyone, people call my mom her like their mom.
Yeah,
Like
mom.
when their
Yeah,
mom was like strung out on drugs or their mom wasn't there or whatever, my mom was there for them.
that's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just you. I think PP is more is in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, I think some people are embarrassed. I think if they can get past the embarrassment, they can build. I think she's more and you gotta humble yourself. Like
Yeah. Definitely. Humility is like key in situations like this, and just be yourself and be
but how about being yourself? How about this? Can I say one thing, Tish?
good.
You know how like, you've been in a bad relationship and the person didn't really like they're not like a not saying I'm not saying anyone is a bad person or a good person, but I feel like we were brought here as vessels, like by vessels and everything into this world to fulfill our purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So so maybe she's good. Maybe she's good. Like if it's a toxic relationship and you don't want and she said I saw in a video she said that she doesn't even do that kind of stuff with her own kids, like, so maybe she's not that kind of person and everything, so
That's true. I mean, she said maybe she don't do that type of stuff with her other children.
right, I
I
heard her
I
say that.
I believe that a statement like that definitely says I'm not that kind of person.
Mm,
However, I I don't know. I feel like there's an exception to everything. Like, okay, this is a unique situation. Like, it's hard.
I just want people to be held accountable for stuff, but all right, so but if you did give your child away for adoption and you said, okay, I'm not going to be in that child's life anymore, then is that it? Or is that not it?
Yeah, yeah.
So you gotta look at
Because
it like next perspective.
because remember, also the young lady said in her video that the first time she called her, she was like, "No, I'm not your mother," or whatever. When you
She did call back
know
though. She
when
called
you
back though.
yeah, she did call back, but the initial conversation, how do you say no? You know you gave a child up.
Well, I can see that. I can see that because like people might be like, you trying to, because she's on the internet, so she probably like anybody could say that to her, yada yada. So, but then when she called back, I'm like, let me see who you really are. And then when you saw how she really was, and then you embraced her, you can't not embrace her. You can't just like say, oh,
Let me
I
throw
don't,
you
I
back
don't.
away again.
Yeah.
So it's almost like she gave her up twice.
Uh, Tish, my, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
It's like you gave your child up twice. You gave her up twice. And that's what she feel right now. Like she's been given away twice,
Yeah.
rejected, sent back to sender. Like just I don't know. But
As a woman, I mean, the like rejection, you know, and I mean,
yeah.
she got her own family and everything like that. And you can like, all right, if a guy do it to you, okay, you can get over it. You know, you can like whatever. But your own person who like brought you into this world and
Yeah.
everything. But like, cause she could have just said, "Look, I'm not in a place where I can accept you into my life." But why bring her? Why you know take pictures with her, be with her, shoot videos with her, and then be like,
Yeah. Be
"I'm
around her
good."
family. You bring around your family with
Right.
her. Why do all of that if you're going to reject her again? And if you talk about let's take it slow, slow. Ain't no slow. What do you? We only got one life. Let's speed this thing up. Let's embrace this thing.
Yeah.
Let's come together. Let's bond. Let's do all the things that we could. That she's made the statement about Chuck E. Cheese. You want me to take you to Chuck? Like that right
That was.
there. That was
That's
like,
how
what?
we.
Are
And
you
since you sound look,
what?
you sound far away. Since you sound far away,
I still sound far away now.
you sound like you're like in a tunnel.
Hold on. How sound now?
I can hear you, but you just sound you just in the tunnel. But we can hear you though. I can hear you.
Well, that means that's my cue to end this live.
Right. Well, God bless you, sis. Thank you
Yeah,
for having me on.
I appreciate you coming up.
All right,
And
babe.
all right, have a good night.
You also.
Um, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live. I went for some lives. Um, mm, 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 this situation right here, really, when I watched that video, it was not in my feelings, like for real. They just proved the drugs got me my feelings. So y'all make sure y'all go and check out the Nicole channel, the Nicole channel, go to the channel. She seems like a lovely young lady, and she turned out very well. The other children that she raised turned out seem to have turned out well also. So um, not gonna take that away from her. Uh, but the young lady Nicole, she has been from her video, and I look at some of her it's just like I said, she's a lovely young lady. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching. Those of you that was here from the beginning to the end, I appreciate you. Those of you that was here from the middle to the end, I appreciate you. And even those of you that came at the tail end until now, I appreciate you.
No matter when you came in, you took the time out of your busy schedule to sit. And remember, love each other, embrace each other, and accept each other for who they are. Y'all have a good night.